Well, let's get moving. Another beautiful day, or might be in for some weather changes here today, but we'll get started. Find yourself in a comfortable sitting position, feeling those sitting bones on the floor, nice and even, long through the spine, easy through the shoulders. We'll start with a deep breath in. Inhale, lifting the arms, reaching up, full of air. Exhale, opening. And we'll do that again. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Good. We'll feel our reach out through the fingertips here, and then taking our side bend, lengthening up. Inhale, exhale, arcing up and over. Just resting on that one hand and drawing that opposite sitting bone down into the floor. So you're feeling that long side body stretch. And then exhale, hollow the abdominals up and in and curve over that diagonal, feeling that stretch change into the low back and into the shoulder maybe. Come back into that sideways position again. Inhale and exhale to bring yourself back up. Let's change sides. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, pouring the spine up and over, feeling that curve and that length through the top side there. And as you're ready, exhale, contract and scoop the abs up and in. Feel that stretch up and over. We'll come back into our sideways position again. Inhale. That's it. Exhale, coming back up. Just letting the arms rest at your side now. Shrugging the shoulders up and rolling the shoulders back. Shrugging up, just circling up and back. And do that a few more times. Loosening up. As they glide down, feel the shoulders like melting wax, sliding away from those ears. Good. Keep that long space and just try turning the head from one side through center to the other side. And again, one side and to the other side. We'll come back to center. Just gently reach ear to shoulder. And then if you'd like to, you can place your hand just gently, wrapping your hand on that top ear, maybe adding just the tiniest bit of weight, not really pushing on your head at all. If you'd like a little bit more stretch, push to the heel of the hand with that long arm, feeling that stretch all the way down the neck. And then perhaps spread the palm wide, open those fingers, and then test different areas of stretch. Let that arm meander a little bit here, a little bit there, feeling other areas of stretch through the neck. Good. We'll let that arm soften and let this top arm help your head come back up. And then we'll take that off. Let's try the other side, letting the head just tilt over to the side. You can either stay there or add a little extra stretch, placing your hand on the top of the head ever so gently, giving a little bit more stretch there. And then with the other arm reaching through the heel of the hand, increasing that oppositional pull. Spread the palm wide, and then take a little journey, taking that arm a little bit forward, a little bit back. When you find a good place, just stay there and stretch and breathe. That's it. And when you're ready, soften that arm, let it rest, and then help your head come back up and release. And then try that turn side to side again. See if you feel a little change in your range. I don't know about you, but I can pivot my head a little bit easier now. Good job. Let's move our legs around to the side. And just sitting tall with the knees bent, you can hold on to your shins here on top or hang on behind the legs, up to you. We're going to just take our movement through the spine, so working the curves of our spine. Start by scooping the abdominals deeply and pull onto those legs. So we're rounding across the upper back, just gently bringing the chin toward the chest. Scooping the abdominals in, feeling that curve and that stretch across the back. Then exhale, fold yourself, bringing yourself back up on top of those sitting bones, sitting tall. Then lifting your sternum, open the chest, keep the back of the neck long so you can still say hello. Opening the chest, looking upward, and then coming back through center. Let's do that a few more times. Contracting, scooping, and holding on like you're making a little suspension bridge with your arms here. Pulling those abdominals deeply, that's it. Widening across the shoulders. And then folding to bring yourself back up to sit tall. Let those shoulders soften down and away from those ears. Lift your heart, paint the sky with your heart. Good, come back to center again. And this time we're gonna let go if you need to, hang on. But see if you can contract and roll yourself all the way down onto your mat. Slowly, right down that center line, curving, and unfurl your spine all the way down onto the mat. Good. From here, go ahead and pull the knees up into your chest to stretch through the low back. Just give yourself that nice hug. Legs are soft in the creases of the hips. Maybe take a little rock side to side. Easy does it. Reaching that tailbone down now. Hold on to your kneecaps. And we're just going to stir those thigh bones around in a circle. So massaging a little circle into the mat with your low back. A few times one direction and then change, going the other way. Circling around and in, that's it. Just letting the arms guide the thighs around. Good. Bring it back to center. We'll extend the arms and open all the way up, palms up to the ceiling, out in a T shape. Feel that stretch across the chest, relax through the neck and shoulders. And we'll take a twist here. So letting the knees fall over to the left, your head turns over to the right. Once you get there, just try to soften and relax through the low back, breathing into the outer hip. Easy shoulders, easy chest. Good, and when you're ready to exhale, scoop your belly button in, bringing the pelvis back to the floor. Your legs follow, your head comes back to center. Let's go the other direction. Knees falling over to the right, head turns over to the left. And again, just using your deep breaths here to surrender, relax, release. Good, and then again, exhale, gather those abdominals inward, bring the pelvis back to center. That's it. Let's hug the right knee into the chest, lengthen the left leg down onto the floor, where it'll feel long and open through the front of that left hip, guiding the right knee into your chest. We breathe there for a moment. And then see if you can turn that thigh open and pull it out to the side, trying to keep that other hip from rolling off the floor. So keep the left hip steady and just turning out, feeling a little bit more of that inner thigh stretch there. Good, and again, help with your abdominals, bring that leg back to center. Take the opposite hand on the outside of that knee. I open my right arm out to the side. And we'll take that knee across your midline. You can either just go a little bit if you feel a deep stretch there. If you'd like a little bit more of a twist stretch, you can, again, guide that knee all the way across. Again, feeling more chest opening. That's it. And then we'll bring the pelvis back to center. Now then, let that right ankle casually cross over the left thigh and let the right knee open. That's it. So we're maybe feeling some opening in the front of that hip. Good. And then with the help of your abdominals, bend that left leg, keep that pretzel shape so you're still keeping that right leg crossed. And we're going to thread the right hand between the leg and the left hand on the outside. You can either clasp your hands underneath that left thigh or on top of the left shin. So I call this my pretzel stretch or the figure 4 stretch. Sometimes it looks like an upside down number 4. But we're pulling the thighs into the chest, reaching that tailbone down, again, feeling that deep rotator stretch. Do the best you can, relax your head on the floor, guiding those thighs in as you reach your tailbone down. Good. And then we'll unwind from this stretch. Go ahead and again, lengthen that left leg on the mat. Bring that right thigh back to parallel. Now extending the leg as best you can. You know, again, if you just need to hold on to your pant legs, that works. But we're trying to lengthen that leg to engage or feel the hamstring stretch. You can take your hands behind the thigh, hold on to your pant legs, grab a hold of the calf, whatever works for you. Keeping both sides of the waistline nice and long as you guide that leg in, trying to increase the stretch to the back of the thighs. Deep breath. And then we're going to bend the knee and flex the foot. So relax it, folding the joints in. Take a breath in. And then keeping the foot flexed. Exhale, reach that heel back up to the sky, feeling the calf stretch a little bit more. That's it. And then point through the foot, point that ankle, and then maybe get a little bit more range. And we'll try that again. Flex and fold. Easy does it. Inhale. Exhale, press the sky away. Reach that heel up. That's it. Woohoo! And then point. Good. And then we're going to soften that knee, lower the leg just a little bit so the thighs are easy, relaxed. You can open the hands beside you or put palms down if you need more support. We're going to do our circles here. So inhale, the leg goes across your midline. Exhale, you're going to circle it down, around, and up. Maybe start small, and we can gradually get bigger as we go. Inhale, exhale, down, around, and up. Your mission here, your goal here is to keep your pelvis as steady as possible. And just let that leg stir in the hip socket. That's it. One more time this direction. Inhale and exhale. Try to calm the upstairs. Easy does it for the neck and shoulders. Reverse it. Inhale, open. Exhale, circle that leg. That's it. Inhale, open, and circle down, around, and up. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last time. Inhale and exhale. Now lengthen through that leg and send it all the way back down to the floor. And it might feel a little longer than your other side. So let's try to even things out here. Hold your left knee into your chest. Again, keeping that right leg long and open and easy on the floor. Take a few breaths here. And then just as we did on the other side, turn that left thigh out, open it out to the side. So feeling that oppositional pull, maybe some inner thigh stretch there. Good. Exhale, scoop the abs in, bring that leg back to your center. We'll take that right hand on the outside of the left knee. And again, you can either just go a little bit across, or if you're interested in more stretch, continue to spiral, turning your head away from that knee. Deep breaths there. Good. And then again, bring your abdominals in to bring your pelvis back to center. We'll take that casually crossed over position, left ankle over the right knee, letting the left knee open out to the side. Long in the fronts of the hips. And then scoop in your abdominals and bend that right leg so we're folding into our pretzel position. Left hand will go between the thighs, and then we're going to link either behind that right thigh or on top of that right shin. Again, guiding the thighs in towards you as you reach your tailbone long toward the floor. Relax through your upper body, feeling the pull into those rotators, into the glutes a little bit there too. Deep breaths. Good. And then we'll release the hands, extend that right leg back down on the floor nice and long. Bring the left knee back to parallel. Long and even through both waistlines. So you can extend that left leg, feeling the hamstrings stretch. Grabbing wherever is appropriate for you, right? Feeling that length through the back of the leg. Send your exhales whooshing through the back of that leg. Here we go. Bend the knee, flex the foot, relax, release that stretch. Inhale and exhale. Reach to that flex foot, feeling the calf stretch a little deeper. And then point through the foot, getting a little bit more into the hamstrings. And we'll try that yet again. Fold and flex, bend and soften. Inhale. And exhale, extend through the heel, reach that leg back up. Good, and point. Great. And then again, you can soften that knee so your quads aren't gripping. Your hands can be down beside you, and we'll go into our 4 circles each direction. Abdominal seat belt, keeping your pelvis steady. Here we go. Inhale across the body, and exhale, circle stir. Inhale and exhale, feeling that strength and support from your middle. Inhale and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. Let's reverse for 4. Inhale, open, and circle around and up. And 2, and down, around and up. And 3, and that's it. One more time. 4. Good. Elongate that leg and send it all the way back down to the floor. And release. Just wag your legs in and out a little bit. Relax, relax, relax. And then we're going to bend the knees and place the feet on the mat in parallel. So finding that easy resting position with your pelvis, so you're not tucking and flattening, and we're not in a large arch there, but just that easy resting position where your sacrum feels like it's easy on the floor there. Surrender your palms at your sides, hands palms up, and feeling your feet nice and open and wide across the mat there. Inhale, and then exhale, scooping your abdominals, and now we are imprinting that low back. We're curling that tail under. See if you can continue that direction as you pour weight into your feet, and see if you can lift your hips up off the floor. So now we're engaging the backs of those legs we just stretched, those hamstrings, feeling the glutes as well, until you arrive into a nice long bridge position, one long line from your knees through your hips to your shoulders here. Keeping the legs parallel, they tend to want to fan out to the sides, but really try to keep that alignment. Inhale at the top. Exhale, relax through the neck, hollow through the abdominals, and roll your spine back down onto the mat, one vertebra at a time. So we're unfurling until we get all the way back down into that easy resting position where we started. Let's do this again. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, scoop the abdominals in, healing the tailbone, the sacrum, the lower back, until you're resting right across your shoulder blades there, feeling that lift and that stretch, that elongation in the fronts of the hips. Take a breath in, and then exhale, retreat. Feel those abdominals pulling deeply inward to help support the spine. Notice if there's any zigzags. See if you can unfurl evenly right down your center line. Let's try that one more time. Inhale and exhale, scoop. And heel the spine up off the floor. Reach those knees up and over the feet. So you're feeling that bend of the legs, the work in the back of the legs, the ease across the neck. Inhale. And again, exhale. Taking your time, curling through, maybe feeling some of that stretch across the low back. All the way back into that easy resting position. And once you're there, bring your knees into your chest once again. Give yourself a nice hug. Good. Great. And then again, place the feet back down on the floor, back into our stance as we started. Hands are going to be right by your hips here along the mat. Inhale and shrug your shoulders up towards your earlobes where they like to live. And then exhale, slide them down, feeling your fingertips slide along the floor toward your feet. Do that again. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up. And exhale, slide the shoulders down, increasing that space from ear to shoulder. So we're starting to be aware of the muscles underneath the armpits there. Again, inhale, shrug. This time, as we de-shrug and slide the fingertips down, I want you to find that pivot point right underneath your sternum, and that you're peeling up, reaching for those fingertips, looking through your thighs, feeling all of this abdominal action. Inhale and exhale, roll yourself back down. Okay, now if that is challenging for you, I want you to take the corners of your mat and then use that as a little cradle to support your neck and head so you can still get the benefit of the abdominal work without straining your neck. Okay, so that's always a good modification. Otherwise, we'll try this again. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, de-shrug. Keep that pelvis in its position. Bring the upper body toward the lower body. So we're feeling that flexion and that scooping up and in of the abdominals. Good. Inhale. And exhale, rolling yourself back down. Now we're going to stay up a little bit longer. So if you use your mat, continue with the mat. Otherwise, inhale, exhale, curl, stay. Arms are just floating off the mat, looking through those thighs. Take a breath in. Exhale, deepen your abdominal zipper and see if you can float one thigh, march in place, bring it off the floor. Try to do that without tipping the pelvis. Bring it back down, inhale. Other side, exhale, abs deepen first, and then the leg creases and folds in. And inhale. Exhale, roll yourself back down. We'll do that again. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, reach the fingertips. Find that fold underneath the sternum, looking straight ahead, balancing a teacup on your belly. And exhale, floating one thigh, without spilling your tea. Inhale, return. And other side. Finding that stability and the control. That's it. Inhale, bring it back down. And exhale, relax. Very, very good. So that's a nice little preparatory exercise to help us find those connections with abdominals there. So we're going to move into our rib cage arms. Reach the hands up to the ceiling. And then without changing the position of your spine here, see how high you can reach your arms. And that might just be a little bit, right? You might be able to go a little bit further, but I want you to try to do that without letting your rib cage pop up off the floor. So keep your Pilates vest of strength buttoned up here and reach. And they might not go all the way to the floor. That's okay. Inhale, the arms come back up to the ceiling, and then exhale, just back down at your side. So just working that range. Inhale, reach, and exhale. So yes, you do need your abdominals to be able to use your arms. Inhale, reach up, and exhale down. Good. Now we're going to make it a little bit more exciting. Inhale, the arms up. And again, exhale, feeling that breath, funnel those ribs connected. Inhale, arms up. Now exhale, find that chest fold or use your mat if you need to, but here we are in that same chest fold. Good. Inhale the arms back up. See if you can keep that chest fold. And then lower your head back down and arms overhead. Do that one more time. So a little progression today. Inhale the arms. And exhale, chest fold. Reach to those fingertips. Feel that same space from ear to shoulder. Keeping that pelvis where it is. Reach the arms up. Challenge that curl. And exhale, return. Now we're going to move into our roll-ups. You might wriggle your toes a little bit further away from center or extend the legs all the way straight if you're feeling strong. Here we go. Inhale. And exhale, find that same chest fold. Now then, see if you can continue to work yourself up. Maybe grab your legs if you need to. And then stretch. Let's extend the legs and find this folded position over the waistline, reaching through the upper body. Inhale. And then exhale. You can bend your legs again if you need to. You can hold on to your legs. But your goal is to once again articulate yourself right back down your center. Try not to veer one side or the other, but go right down your center line. So you can use your hands to give yourself some support if you need to. And then once you come down, let's try this all again. So I'll demonstrate with the legs long this time. Inhale, the arms come back up. Exhale, find that pivot point. Continue to work those abdominals, water wheeling your way up. And then we find this hairpin curve, finding that fold at the waistline, reaching through the fingertips, pulling those abdominals toward the wall away from you. That's it. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, retreating through those little abdominals, sliding glide those shoulders away from those ears as you melt your spine back down to the floor, unfurling right down that center line. We'll try it 2 more times. What other modifications you need to do, that's fine. Inhale the arms up and exhale. Fold, working toward a smooth articulation. Try not to use a jolt of momentum. And again, reach. Finding that fold, just gently bringing chin toward chest. Inhale and then exhale. Melt those shoulders. Staying very, very low over the legs as you try to roll right down your center. And let's try it one more time. Inhale, the arms come up. And exhale, move as smoothly as you can. Yes, good. And then coming up, go ahead and waddle those sit bones side to side. Get a little bit more stretch here. Fold it forward all the way down over the legs. Breathe into your hamstrings. Relax those shoulders once again. Good, good, good. And then again, scoop yourself just up to a sitting position. All right. And we're going to bend our knees slightly, just placing the knees together, feet on the floor. You can do it like this or even flexed feet, just letting your heels rest onto the floor. Let's see if you can find that nice and tall position, arms just extended out in front of yourself, inner thighs pulling together. We're just going to work a little bit of our flexion. Again, if you need to use your hands as support, please do so. Inhale, exhale, hollow and contract like we just practiced, but keeping those inner thighs together, reaching and curving back, pausing here. The farther you go, the harder it is. Inhale, exhale, roll yourself forward again, head to tail. And then sitting tall, shoulders sliding down the back. Let's try that again. Inhale, exhale, hollow and contract. scooping and reaching and rolling away. Inner legs pulling together. Feel that midline. Inhale. Exhale, folding up. And stacking tall. Good. Now we're going to add a little rotation. Same beginning. Contract. See if you can hang on to that scoop of the low belly. And then slice one arm. Reach and look back toward it. And now bring it back to center. And rock and roll yourself back up to sit tall. Other side, contract, curl back away from those heels. Slice and twist, keeping that scoop of the belly. Bring it back to center, inhale, and exhale to roll back up. Try this again each side. Hollow and contract. And slice and twist, feeling those obliques really working here. Bring it back to center. Inhale and exhale. Roll yourself up. I'm feeling my inner legs doing a lot of work too. Again, contract and roll back. And slice and twist. Good. Return into that scoop. Roll yourself back up. Very good. Bring your feet together. Open those knees apart into a little butterfly position here. And just take a little stretch forward to relax those inner thighs, relax the hips. Nice deep breaths there. Good work. And then again, we'll bring ourselves back up. So now we're going to move into our rolling exercises here. So make sure you have some good padding behind you here. And we're going to practice finding our tight little ball position. So you're going to hug your ankles in and then come to your tippy toes. Scoop your abdominals so deeply that you find a little bit of a precarious balance position. And if you have any sort of tailbone injury or issues, then this is not the exercise for you. You can just watch this one. Let your shoulders soften away from the ears and feel that curve that we've been practicing, scooping the abs in. And then we're going to test our balance here. Pull the abdominals so much that it tips you off balance. We're going to rock back. And then rock yourself up and find your balance. Hot lava under your feet, so try not to let your toes touch the floor again. Again, shoulders easy. Use that support from your abdominals. Inhale, rock, and exhale, roll and balance. That's it. Keep looking toward your belly button. Round things roll. Massage the spine. Inhale, exhale. Come on up and balance. Good work. One more time here. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now then. See if you can test that balance and control. Bring your shins to a little tabletop position, inner thighs still together. You can either hang on or see if you can let go and find your balance here. And then a little test, extending one leg. And bend. And other side, reach. Keep your shoulders soft, lift your chin, make it look easy when it's really not. Again, extend one leg, good. And bend. And one more time. Good job. And rest. Good. Stretch yourself back so that your legs are long. And you're sitting up into that tall position. Should you need to bend your knees for this, that's okay. I really just want to make sure that your pelvis is vertical and that we're not hunched back here someplace. Okay, so that's the most important thing. If you can do both, extend the legs, that's great. We'll extend our zombie arms out in front, shoulders down the back. Inhale, tall. Exhale, once again, let the air out and contract as if you're folding over a basketball on your lap. So we're working that contraction of the upper spine. Inhale, inflate and stack the bones, coming back to that long, long spine. We'll add extension, elbows bend into a goalpost. And then inhale, lift your heart as you pull those elbows back. And then return back to that zombie position, reaching the arms. Again, inhale, tall. Exhale, contract, folding over your waistline, diving head to tail, but not flattening over the legs, really making that space from chest to legs. Inhale, lengthen tall. Shoulders soft. Exhale, elbows bend. Inhale, open the chest, extending the spine, opening your heart, stretching the chest. Let's do that again. Reach the arms forward. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, curve. Inhale, inflate. Feel the length between each vertebra as you stack the spine. Exhale, elbows bend. And inhale, open the chest. Good. And return to center. Now opening those arms out to the side for our saw exercise. We're going to open and twist as we practiced before. Now this opposite arm to leg slides like you're sawing off your ankle with that pinky edge of that hand. Turn your back hand under and reach in opposition. So you're feeling that deep shoulder stretch, hamstring stretch, low back stretch. Inhale, pull yourself back up to sit tall. And exhale, unwind. Other side. Keep the legs where they are. The sitting bones are placed. Exhale, fold and reach. Saw off that other ankle. Reach for the arms. Deep stretch. Inhale, pull yourself back up. And exhale, unwind. Let's try that again. Inhale, rotation. And exhale, flex up and over. Reaching on that diagonal. Just listening to your knee. Inhale, stack yourself back up. And exhale, unwind. And again, rotate, inhale. And exhale, fold and reach. Fingers reaching in opposition. And inhale, pull yourself back up. And exhale, and relax. Very good. Let's roll over onto our bellies now. So go ahead and transition onto your tummy. Good. And we're going to start with our palms just one on top of the other. Make a little pillow for your forehead to rest on there. Feel that length in the fronts of the hips. My legs are slightly apart. And I'm going to keep that sense of support from my abdominals. So try not to pooch your belly into the floor. Instead, try to feel that lifting up and in to support the low back. So we're going to take one leg at a time, reaching laser beam light, reaching out and down through that long straight leg. And then see if you can float it, even if it's just an inch or two up off the floor, without your pelvis twisting. So keep those hip bones connected to the floor. And then lower the leg down. Other side. Reach and elongate, and then float one leg up. Feeling that stretch in the front of the hip and the work in the back of the leg and the glutes there again. Lower it down. Continue to alternate. Reach and float, lift. And exhale, lower down. Again, meanwhile, my shoulders are calm and easy. Other side, lengthen and float, lift, inhale, and exhale, lower down. Now we're going to add to this. You can either stick with what we just did or do that same float and lift, and then see if you can flex and bend, pulling your heel toward your tush. Point and extend, thigh still floating. And then lower it down. And then we'll try the other side. Extend, float, and lift. And flex and bend. Point, reach, extend. And lower down. Again, each side. Pelvis staying in split position. Lift one leg. And flex. And reach long. And lower down. Other side again. Float, lift, inhale. And exhale, bend. Point, reach, extend, inhale. And exhale, down. Good. Just wag your hips side to side. Relax that for a little bit. That's it. And then we're going to change our position with our hands, bringing your palms closer toward your shoulders here. Okay. So still feeling that sense of support through the abdominals. We're going to just be a curious baby learning to crawl. Eyes looking forward along the mat. Now make sure I can still see your neckline here. So try not to scrunch your shoulders up to your ears. I'm just looking forward, back of the neck long, so you can still breathe and speak and sing. If you can, check to see if you don't need your hands on the floor. Just working that upper extension. And then lower yourself back down, drawing your eyes back down that curve, back to where you started. Okay. So that's always the starting position. You can start with that. Otherwise, we can continue that work. Again, abdominals lifting, eyes reaching forward, feeling that length in the back of the neckline. And then if you can, press into the hands a little bit and come up a little bit higher. Lifting the belly up, feel that stretch at the front of the body, sliding the shoulders down and away from those ears. Inhale and exhale again, rolling back down, getting longer and longer. through the vertebra as you return to the floor. Let's try that again. Reaching out with the eyes, cervical spine, thoracic spine, press into the hands, lumbar spine, abs lift and support. If you can, stay here. Bring your chin gently towards your chest. And then roll ear to shoulder. Feel that stretch through the side muscles of the neck. Chin to chest. Other side, ear to shoulder. And chin to chest. Inhale, looking forward again. Feel that full swan extension. Exhale, slowly lower yourself back down. We'll do that one more time. Reaching out through the eyes. Pressing into the hands if you can, or you can just go to your elbows too. If that's a little bit better for you, that's fine. Or continue to press out, abs lift. Gently bring chin to your chest. And start the other way first, ear to shoulder. And chin to chest, still feeling that lift of the abdominals to support your spine. Other way, ear to shoulder. And chin to chest. Looking forward, inhale, strong under the armpits. Exhale, slowly lower yourself back down. Very, very good. Press into your hands and come into your hands and knees. A little coffee table position here. Feeling the shoulders right over the hands. If you need to add more padding underneath your knees or your hands, that's okay. Hips right over your knees. And feeling that lift of your tummy and that reach. Making sure that we're lifting our heart up away from the floor. In fact, let's do some of our sternum push-ups. So my arms are going to stay straight. And I'm just going to let my chest hang through. So I might feel my shoulder blades come closer together. And then I'm going to lift my heart and press away from the floor and feel that widening across the upper back. Do that again. Let your chest just get closer toward the floor. Arms stay straight, feeling that curve through the mid-back. Then press and engage around the shoulders to feel that lift and support. One more time. Lowering down. Inhale, exhale, press and lift. Now we're going to try to maintain this position of support. Challenge the balance. Abs are still with you. Slide one finger, one hand, fingertips along the floor. And then see if you can become a tripod, lifting one arm. And then bring it back down to the floor. Find that security, that stability on one side. Other side, glide the fingers and float the arm. And bring it back down. Don't let things spill off your coffee table. Try that again. Slide one hand, alternating sides. Abs lift. Reach, keeping that long energy from the top of your head and out through your tail. Bring the hand back down. Pour the weight into that hand. Other side, glide and slide, smooth transition. And lift. Good, bring it back down. And set it back up again. Now we'll try the same idea with the lower body. So again, upper body is strong, abs are lifting without tipping or moving the pelvis as much as you can. Slide the foot long, extending the leg, and then barely float. So try not to curve in the middle, but keep that lift through the low belly. Pelvis still facing the floor, hip bone headlights shining down. Bring that leg back underneath you. And again, see if you can go for a smooth, seamless transition. Other side. Glide the leg long. And then barely float the leg. Feel how we work those hamstrings once again. Abs are with you. Lower the foot back down. And bring it back underneath you. One more time each side. Slide and glide. Check the length of your neckline. And float that leg long. And then bring it back down and return. And other side. This is an exercise that you could do with the arm and leg at the same time, opposite arm and leg. So next time you can challenge yourself. Good, bring it back down and back to your coffee table. Now round your back like a cat. Feel that curve. And then rock a little bit from your knees to your hands in that curve, feeling that stretch all through the different places of the spine as you move. Good. Bring it back to the long spine position. And then slide those shoulders away from your ears. Shine your heart light out in front of you. Arch your back, happy little cow. arching through that spine. Again, bring it back through the long spine and contract. Follow and lift. Let the chin come toward the chest. Look toward your belly button. Rounding across the shoulder blades. Lengthen back out to that long spine. This time, keep the lift of the belly and try not to arch to the low back, but rather just slide your shoulders and only open your chest. So that's a little different than dumping into that big arch in the low back. Come back to your long spine. One more time in that mad Halloween cat, and then slowly hinge back as best you can. Sit towards your feet into your child's pose position. If you can, reach those fingertips out in front. If your shoulders aren't liking that, you can just rest your hands beside yourself, letting your head rest to the floor. Either position, taking deep breaths into your floating ribs. Inhale, expanding through the rib cage, and exhale, melting. And try that again. Inhale, fill your body, and exhale, melt. Good. Bring yourself back onto hands and knees one more time. And we're going to do our thread the needle stretch today because I think it feels delicious. So we're in that same position of support, heart lifting up from the floor. This time, see if you can slide one finger or one hand out to the side and airplane your arm out parallel to the floor. Now spiral the rib cage and reach up toward the sky, opening through the chest. We're going to go through that same cat contraction and thread the needle. So my hand is going to slide through, reaching on the diagonal. If you can, rest your shoulder or even the side of your head toward the floor and feel that stretch through the shoulders. Deep breaths there. Good. And then press into your hand. Bring yourself back to that coffee table position. And we'll try that on the other side. Abs are lifting, heart is lifting. Airplane the other arm out to the side, testing your stability. And then spiral open, look up, inhale. And then exhale, thread the needle. And stretch it out. Deep breaths. Peekaboo underneath that arm, that's it. Breathing there. Good. Press into this hand that's supporting on the floor. Bring yourself back up. And we'll sit toward our hip and do a little bit of our side leg movements today. So let's go into one long line here. If this arm out extended doesn't feel right, you can tuck it underneath your head. Otherwise, long might be a good position if this is new to you, or you can test your balance and have the hand underneath your head. We're going to bring our legs into one long line. Sometimes we go into banana position, but today we're going to be one long line on the floor. Feeling that lift of support underneath your waistline and that length in the waistline of the top leg. This top hand can be your kickstand of support, but try not to scrunch your shoulder up to your ear, okay? So either way, you can use one finger as well. Feel both legs squeezing together as if they were one leg. And we're just gonna lift both legs up and lower down. Be careful that you're not rolling the hips backward. Try to keep your hips stacked. And again, just lift both legs and lower back down. If you're able to test your balance, put your hand in your waistline. You're gonna feel underneath your hands how much your obliques are part of this action. And lower down. Again, lift and lower. Breathing, lift and lower. And again, lift and lower. This time, lift and stay. You might need that hand in front. See if you can slowly scissor one leg forward, one leg back. And then exchange. This is the hard part, reaching the bottom leg to the back. Try to keep the legs straight and not fall over on your face, right? Bring it back together. Again, scissor reach. Doing all this work, support. And center. And change. Reach, reach, reach. Even if it's just a few inches, that's okay. One more time. Reach. And together. And reach. And together. Good job. Relax the legs down. Bend your knees and just let your hips rest. We're going to take our hands, one hand on top of the other. Let your head rest on the floor. And we're going to move into our big circles here. So take the top arm, slide your hand beyond your bottom hand. And then trace a big circle, following your eyes with your hand and opening and circling all the way around. The arm just traces up and over the hip and return where you started. And try that again. Circle and reach. And opening the chest, feeling that stretch across the hips as well. And return. Let's reverse 2 times. Opening the palm up, thumb leading. The hand will go over the hip and around. Big circle. All the way to your starting position. One more time. Thumb leading, opening, feeling that stretch across the shoulder and the chest. And circling all the way up and around. Very good. Let's turn over to the other side. And once again, finding that long banana position. So you have options here, whatever is comfortable with this top arm. Okay, you have choices. Feel the length through the waistline. And then again, you can use this top arm as your support, your kickstand. But again, check to make sure you're not scrunching your ear up, shoulder up. Here we go. Both legs lift and lower down. Hips stay stacked, shoulders stay stacked. Lift and lower down. Both legs just squeeze together. Reach, lift. Feeling all that waistline work, not to mention inner thigh, outer thigh. Lift and lower. A couple more times here. Lift and lower. One side may be very different from the other side. Lift and lower. Here we go. Lift and stay. Maybe using that kickstand. Scissoring one leg forward, one leg back. And coming back through and other way. Try not to lose your balance. Keep the bottom leg stretched. And again, scissor reach. And return. Breathing as we're moving. And one more time. Scissor. And together. And scissor. And together. Bring the legs back together. Let them rest back down on the floor. And bend those knees. Easy does it. Stacking the hands. Let your head rest on the floor. And we'll take our big circle. Slide that top arm forward. And then just open up. Describe the biggest circle you can. Reaching out. Feeling that twist and that spiral through the upper body. And bringing yourself back to where you started. Try again. Reach. And open the chest. Letting the head just roll on the floor. All the way out. And return. Let's reverse it 2 times. Letting the thumb lead, palm open. And again, following that action with the eyes coming around. One more time. And circle opening. Good work. And returning to where we started. Very, very good. Roll over onto your back. And once again, bring the knees into the chest. And maybe take a little butterfly stretch here, opening the knees and holding onto the feet or ankles, pulling the feet toward each other, knees open to the side. So just like your little baby playing with your feet, letting those thighs open. Good. And then bringing it back together. Just let one foot rest on the floor nice and easy. Taking the other leg up just to work through the ankle. So circling through, getting our extremities alive. And reverse your circles. Good. And then switching out other side. And again, circling through. Letting those feet be unstuck. And reverse, circling the other way. Get all those snap, crackles, and pops out. Very, very good. Bringing the feet back down to the floor. Practicing that roll up one more time. So again, you can either do it with the knees bent, or if you want to practice that extended position. Here we go again. Inhale the arms and exhale, rolling yourself up. Again, you can always use your hands at your thighs. See if that's gotten a little easier. Good. And then flip yourself back over into your hands and knees position. And we'll stretch out those calves. So placing one foot on the ball of the foot behind you. Press that heel toward the floor. So I'm kind of shifting off of my hands and try to stretch out behind the calf. Breathing there. Good. From here, come back onto your hands and see if we can find that same little bird dog position, floating that leg up. And then we're going to contract, curve, and bring your knee toward your nose. And then you may need to help that leg through, bringing it forward in between your hands. And we're going to go into our low lunge. So pressing the pelvis forward, knees stacked right over this front heel, opening up your hip flexors of the opposite leg. While you're in this position, try not to just be a little hunchback. Open your chest, look forward. Your fingertips are there to help support you. Breathing deeply, elongating through that back leg. Good. From here, take your front leg if you want. You can turn that leg out, open it, and get a little lower, a little deeper into that inner thigh stretch. Deepening the hip flexor stretch on the back leg as well. Good. Close that leg back to parallel once again. Shift your weight back and see if you can flex that front foot, lengthen that leg, and reach your chest toward the front leg. So you're feeling, again, more stretch to the hamstrings and calf. Good. And then we'll unwind all that, gracefully transition to the other side. Bring the other leg back. Placing the ball of the foot on the floor, reaching that heel toward the floor. Stretch through the calf muscles there. Breathe here. And once again, bring yourself back over to your shoulders over your hands. So you can unweight that back leg and float it up. Test that position. Curling head to tail, rounding your spine. Step that foot through. You might need to help, but that's okay. Walk it forward a little bit and then press the pelvis forward. So we've got that nice right angle, the knee right over the foot. And then lengthening, feeling that stretch, breathing into that back hip. Again, take a check in with your posture so you can open the chest. Lift your abdominals here as well as you're breathing. You can either stay here or challenge that rotation. Open that front leg and maybe hinge a little bit lower into that stretch. And then once again, bring that leg back to parallel. And then shifting your hips back, flex that front foot, and feel that stretch. Good. And then again, unwind. Now this next part, you can either do standing on your feet, or I'll stay low so I can still be in the view of your camera, but you can do this on your knees as well. So either standing, or I'll do it kneeling so you can still see me. So reaching the arms out to the side, keeping your pelvis vertical. We're gonna reach one arm up and one arm down, and then pour ourselves into a stretch, trying not to let our hips ding dong over to the side. So keep that extension. Then turn your head, look down toward your bottom hand. And now just turn your head and look up toward your top arm. And again, rotate, look down. And then look up. One more time, looking down. Exhale, scoop through the arm, reach yourself back up. And we'll do this on the other side, reaching the other arm down. Pour yourself out. Keep the hips stacked, so try not to shift. Turn your head, look down at your bottom arm. And turn your head, look up at your top arm. And again, looking down, feeling that side body stretch. And looking up. One last time, looking down, inhale, exhale, scoop and gather, bringing yourself up. Take a big breath in and open those arms. And we did it. Well done, everybody. Thank you for your hard work today. Hope you felt good. Have a good Sunday.